All right. Yeah, I guess I don't got the right kind of lighting in here. Let me see if I turn this one on. Better? Anyways, I'm gonna make a shake today, protein shake. Um, if my mind is left unsupervised, it kind of goes off on its own. So under um, my life's complications, I figured, well, let me keep my mind busy. But I make a shake every day. I make a shake in the morning and I make a shake in the afternoon. Um, I make my own um, coconut ice. My dad inspired me to do this. Um, my dad's Puerto Rican. He grew up on a farm. He moved to the States when he was 20, and he met my mom when he was 25, and got married when he was 26 to my mom, and stayed, with my mom until she passed away from cancer in 2001. Took me many years to get over the roller coaster because me and my mom were super close. So anyway, coconut ice I made myself. Um, I'll do another video where I'll show you how I make the coconut ice. It's just regular ice because my dad made it. And it thought, because I like coconut. So this gives like as the ice melts inside the my container for my protein shake. See, I put the ice in there. I put it first because when you put it afterwards, it splashes, and anyways. But I put it first. I'll do another video on how I make the ice. So I have the blender, the Magic Bullet, which is old. I use this like for everything. I've had it. My sister gave it to me, like I don't know when, like forever ago. Um, so I have a banana. So I make my shake. I put actually whatever fruit that I'm in the mood for. But usually in the morning I put a banana and whatever fruit because I have pineapple, I have mango, I have. This is peaches. I get it from Stop and Shop if you're in the Stop and Shop area. It's economic, no sodium. I can't do sodium, so everything has to be handmade, man-made. So what I do is cut the banana into pieces, just so that way it sits at the bottom. So I, slice it. Oop, sorry for stuff. So then I cut it. It doesn't have to be super small pieces, but enough to sit at the bottom and um, give room for the other fruit because this bullet thing is kind of small. Sometimes when I'm not I'm like in a rush, I'll just break the banana in half and just toss it in there and toss everything else in there and all that stuff. Um, so I don't put anything moist into my trash. Like fruit and vegetable pieces, tea bags, everything moist goes in. This is an old protein container. I'll show you the protein later. But I put it in here. I wash it out. When I'm done with a new container, I just trade it off. I put that one into recycle. Well, empty. I put it into recycle. So that's the coconut I put in there. Actually, I put the ice inside the container that I'm going to drink out of, and I put the banana inside here. So I'm going to put some peaches in here. A little too much. Too much came out. So on this bullet container has like kind of like an invisible line. It took me a while to figure out, so I put it like that. It took me a while to figure out how much water should be in there so that it doesn't give pressure as I'm blending it. So, yeah, so banana, peaches. Let me put the frozen stuff in the freezer and I'll be right back. So, I make tea, I brew tea, and I put it in the refrigerator for later. I'll do another video to show you how I make my tea. But I mix it up because tea has sediment, I guess you can call it. You know, the dust from the tea bags or whatever. I noticed that if I don't shake it, it all falls to the bottom, kind of gets muddy, and then everything gets stronger, like the flavor, the effects that you're looking for. So my morning tea is caffeinated tea that naturally contains caffeine. I don't drink coffee. I stopped drinking coffee a while ago, and I've noticed that I do much better. So I shake it up, and this is like, you know, I guess herbal tea, whatever, because I don't use like regular tea bags. So I use different flavor caffeinated tea. So I'll show you in another video how I make that. I make one for morning, and then I make another one for night, like nighttime tea that has sleepy tea in it, and that has chamomile and you know, calming teas with no caffeine, uncaffeinated tea. So I put a little bit because I kind of make the tea strong, so I put a little bit in here. And then there's like a visible line that goes right here. Oh, you can see it on the video. Okay. So I pour enough to that line. See, I pour enough to that line, and then I put the other ingredients in it. I'm gonna put this in the back in the fridge. Back again. I need some noise in the background. I tend to have, I'm talking and singing a song inside my head. So I do this. I don't know if you can hear the pounding. My neighbor's upstairs, a little cuckoo in the head. She stirs up drama that's unnecessary. She comes down intoxicated, and she'll tell me, I'm trying to dig out my teaspoon. I use a teaspoon. This is a measurement of teaspoon. I kind of like took a teaspoon and measured it, so it's a teaspoon. So I put in here a little fiber. It's fiber 1. No, it's not fiber 1. But it's fiber cereal. We need a little. Let me check the name. Hold on. So I got rid of the box. I put all my, you know, like my oatmeal and stuff into containers, and I forgot I put it inside the box. But I say fiber 1 because that was the original one I used to take, but I don't use fiber 1 anymore. I use another one because it has less sodium, and I visualize it, but I can't think of the name. So going to the store, you know, oh, that's the one I take. Okay. So diabetes runs in my family, and so I've gotten used to having 0 sugar in the house. So my mom passed away because of cancer, but in the end, the cancer didn't really take her because of her illness at the end. Her diabetes took her. Um, so, and my partner became diabetic. His mom is diabetic. So I use zero sugar. Um, the stevia brand. So this is a store brand of the stevia. Yeah, stevia leaf extract. So this is, it's backwards, from Stop and Shop again. So this is a different brand of zero sugar, and this is the stevia brand. This one is, I forget which one this one is, but it's another brand of stevia. So I marked it zero sugar because I use sugar also, so I do 1 and 1. Let me know if I'm talking too much or too fast, but my brain tends to be um, on autopilot sometimes. So I put 2 teaspoons in it, not mounted. I shake it off until it's leveled. I put a little cinnamon in, just a little bit, not too much, just to give it a hint. I like that woody flavor, I guess. And this is regular sugar. See, I marked the sugar. These are old jelly containers. So yeah, I can't. I watch my sugar. I watch my sodium. I can't take sodium at all. I swell up and all kinds of stuff. Now, I put a little honey also. Use caution to charging may increase something. I don't know. A warning came up on my screen about charging and taking a video at the same time. So I put honey. They say, the nutritionists say that honey doesn't raise the blood sugar level as fast as regular sugar. So this is 4 servings. This is 32 ounces. So this is like 4 servings. So I put two zero sugar, 2 sugars, and like 2 honeys. But I just kind of pour it in. I kind of measured it out with the spoon before, and I counted 3, and that's kind of like what I put in for like two teaspoons. You can put as much as you want in there as how much sweet you like it and stuff, but I can't do that. So I'll get this is ground up orange peel. A teaspoon a day is good. From what I read, a teaspoon a day is good. But I don't use a teaspoon because I found that, like everything else, goes right through me. So I take medication to prevent that. I'm 6'2", and when I came down with stomach issues, intestinal issues, and stuff like that, everything I ate, I'm telling you, I couldn't go anywhere. I mean, I went down, I'm 6'2", and I went down to like 124 pounds. Until they figured out, okay, this is what irritates you, and basically everything. So I stay away from anything fiberish. But I do take a little fiber because the medication I am on does clog me up a little bit. So now I'm able to take fiber. I'm able to eat apples. I'm able to eat a little bit of beans, not too much beans. So that might be explain this. So what I'm putting in here, because I do work out a little bit throughout the day, I put creatine in the shake. So you can take it 1 to 2 times a day. I take it 2 times a day. The serving is a teaspoon. So again, I use a teaspoon. So creatine helps build muscle. My stuff is falling down. helps build muscle. You can correct me on that, but um, and I take this uh, glutamine. L-glutamine. Glutamine. See it backwards. This is from what I read. It helps with like muscle soreness and recovery and stuff. So I take that because I have 2 dogs, 3 cats. I didn't want any of them, and they came to my house for emergencies. In emergencies, from my little one was in a home that he came to me at 1.5 years. Came from abuse. My older dog came to me the same thing. She came to me at 9 months old, being abused in the house. My older cat, she's old. They're old. They're all old. My older cat, I put this in it too, collagen. Now I don't put the full serving in here. I put like a half a serving because then in my next protein I put another half a serving for the day. I don't know if I'm doing it right, but I don't put like just a teaspoon. I put like a heaping, like a full scoop, and I put it in there. So I use 2 of these. And this is the protein powder from Stop and Shop again. Nature's Promise grass-fed whey protein powder supplement, vanilla flavor. So this one has no sodium in it, which is great. No sodium. And the protein, my uneducated from what I read up on and stuff like that, this is pretty good. And this has 45 milligrams of sodium in it. So the same thing. I grab the spoon and see like I put like big splash in there. So this is like a serving. I started using this because it's always a scoop. You gotta go in. I hate touching the powder. I hate touching. I don't touch. I try not to touch anything that I don't have to touch. So touching the powder, and touching other stuff, and so I kind of use utensils. So I got everything in here now. So this is all the powder, and you can see some of the sugar went down. The sugar went down and stuff. So it's not filled all the way up. Because once you blend it, the air bubbles and everything gets into it. So this is the cap. So I'm going to blend it. Alright, so I'm going to pause you because it makes a lot of noise. Okay, it's unblended. The lighting is super bad, I'm sorry. At night, it's better because I don't have the light in the back there. And I'm new to this. So in my other videos, if you watch my other videos, I recently lost my partner. I would say last year, August last year, he passed away. His mom came for to help out with everything, and I had to work with her after his death and stuff. So that's the cap. So I rinsed it off. So anyway, helping to do. Anyway, that's another story. So again, with the coconut ice, you can see it's kind of thick. See how thick it is. So I use water. You can use milk if you want, but I use water. Water, milk. Like again, my stomach issues, dairy products. I'll have an ice cream every now and then. So I take vitamin D supplements because I can't, you know, cheese. Well, I can eat Swiss cheese, and provolone. Anything else? So I add water to this, so that way, the leftover that's in here, I should have showed you. I kind of like rinse the edges, and then put the water in. That way, like, why waste vitamin A? Why waste vitamin A? So I use water. I don't use milk, so I tap it. If you have if you have a pitcher, I don't have a pitcher, which I should get like a Brita or something. I used to have a Brita, Brita. Um, and then I went to Pure, and then I just would, anyways, long story. So you can see that the top fills up with air, bubbles. So what I do is I fill it all the way to the top, and as you're working on it, you can see that it starts to lower because the bubbles are popping and stuff. So I fill it to the top. You know, I fill it to the top, and you can see all the bubbles are going up. One time I was doing this, and my head wasn't all there and stuff. I wasn't in it. That could be another story later on with my mental illness and physical illness and lifelong stuff. Um, I went to reach for it, and my hand wasn't like open. I went from the sink and I tipped the whole thing over. That's probably in another video somewhere. But I was not all there in my head. I was a little intoxicated. Yeah, after my partner passed away, I needed to let loose a little bit. I needed to relax, and I mean, for months to a year, and before that, it was a struggle with his illness. So you can mix it up. You can see the bubbles moving around. See, you see the bubbles, ice moving around. So that's my protein shake. So I do 2 of these a day. So this is 4 servings of liquid. You need 8 servings of water a day. So I do this one time in the morning, or late morning, early morning, not so early because you can see the lights out. And the one in the afternoon, or evening, I do with nighttime tea, or caffeine-free tea, and then this is regular tea. I'll show you how to do it later, how I brew it and stuff. So this is one of the teas I put in it, Perfect Energy. So I make it like 4 servings of tea, but I make it strong. Like it says, let it steep for 5 minutes, and I let it steep for like an hour, basically, until it gets cool, and it gets real strong. So I don't use that much in it, you know. So I'll show you later on how I do that, and then probably talk to you about a project that I'm preparing for. Like I'm crafty. I've made Halloween costumes. Not great, but making Halloween costumes, I don't mind doing that. I haven't done it in a while. And then I keep busy. I got to keep my head busy. I'll be here washing dishes, having the TV on with the news or TV show. Well, I don't watch the TV anymore. I watch everything on my tablet because I'm in the middle of moving and stuff. So, anyways, and I'll be playing music and singing a different song in my head. It's my function. You know, it's difficult for me to watch a show or a movie with commercials in it. It's too distracting. So I have music on in the background. When the commercials come on, I focus on the music. When it, say like when if something changes on the music, my brain switches back to the video, TV. Um, anyways, I'm yakking. So let me drink my drink, start drinking my drink, and hope you guys enjoyed the chat. I did. Peace out. Be good.